Hi, I'm Sarah the gardener, and I'm still being attacked by birds. I'm hoping these tinfoil strips that I've just stuck on the back of some tape we had lying around will help to deter them. I'm starting to get a bit desperate, but the tomatoes are actually coming ripe. I'm sort of wondering whether it might not be more a case of, low hanging fruit, because the ones that they can reach while standing on the ground, well, I mean, they've just been wasted. But the ones that are higher up are having a better chance. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, is that not a beautiful tomato? It's perfect. So, yeah, maybe it's too hard for them to reach when there's nothing for them to stand on while they're eating them. But yeah, so that's a good tomato. That variety is, let me see, what's the label? Oh no. Okay, I can't tell you what that is because I can't find the label. It's not there. So, I guess I'll never know. So that's the tomatoes. They're doing really well. And it's just so nice to just make a sandwich and fill it with one slice. And it's so fresh, and the flavours are just like nothing that you get in the store. We're just so truly blessed. It's still very hot here. We've had just humid weather because we had rain the last couple of days, which has been welcome in one way or another because the ground was actually starting to crack and it was getting really quite dry. But on the other hand, I mean, while it's raining, you don't really want to be in the garden. So it's just lovely that there's been a bit of a break so I can come out and show you around. Come and see what we've been up to. Ugh. This rain has been really good for the mustard. Can you even begin to recognise it? Look at it, it's so tall. I'm very impressed, but this means I should really, now that it's starting to flower, I'm looking at digging it in already. I hadn't predicted this, but check out, the bees just love it. So I might just leave it for a while and let the bees enjoy it and then dig it in. It's great to see so many creatures enjoying my garden, although maybe not the cabbage butterfly over the back there. Yeah, you, I saw you. But yeah, it's just lovely to see the bees doing their thing. Now you may notice something missing from here. I took the peas down. It's really opened up the garden. It doesn't feel so crowded anymore, but I miss them already. I love peas. Now I'm giving these guys another shot because as I was pulling down the peas, I noticed that they were regrowing again from the middle. So I've given them a bit of a hard prune, and now that I know how to eat them and that they actually do taste nice, these asparagus peas, I'll try and make the most of what's left of the season. Can you believe that? We're like in February, the 1st of February today, and we're entering the last month of summer. But I'm going to look at it like a cup half full, because when you think about it, we're only 2/3 of the way through summer, and so we've still got a third to go. Now, a third's a pretty decent chunk of time, so summer still has a third to go. Oh, let me show you this really cool thing. On my popcorn, this is popcorn, it's all looking normal. I mean, the silks are starting to turn brown. I'll leave them here until it goes dry, because it's easier to do that, provided the creatures don't get them. And look, I'm getting a really good count. I mean, there's loads of ears on this. So it's going to be a really good harvest, provided the mice and rats don't get to it like they did last year. But I want to show you this. This is really bizarre. Look at him. I mean, what is going on with that? He's formed outside, so you can see down here, if I can come down further, there's his little ear here, and then this is come up, prolific leaves, as we come up, so yeah, there's his ear there, and as we come up, he's forming his popcorn where his tassels should be. It's truly odd. So yeah, that should be tassel, and then it should be ear in there with the silks poking out. I don't know, there's something a little odd going on there. But yeah, you can see, look at that. It's a bit hit and miss as well. But yeah, popcorn on the outside. How bizarre. The okra seems to be enjoying this humid weather, and it has just gone crazy. It's had probably more growth in the last week than it has the whole summer. But they've got such beautiful flowers. Let me show you. I'll find you one. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Okra flowers. And I'm not sure the colour's picking it up properly. It's such a beautiful lemony shade. It's really lovely. The raspberries have fired up again. Yum. Look how many. Look at it all. There's just loads and loads and loads of raspberries. So we are in for a treat. And the bees are doing their bit. Look, more bees. It's a bumblebee this time. Now here's a flower you don't see often. Drosophila. In my flower garden, just in time for Valentine's Day in a couple of weeks. Shame I didn't grow any red roses. But I do have still some beautiful, I mean, look at this. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And there's bees here too. My garden is alive. Can you see that? There are 3 in there. That is just amazing. Never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. This is just a normal pumpkin. Look at that. That is the label. MDC. So that's, I think it's Maria di Cognia or whatever it is. I'll put it up on the screen. And that's huge. And then we've got over here powdery mildew. And that's a crown pumpkin. And what else have we got? There's the giant pumpkin, and he's looking bigger than last week. He will have loved the rain. Even the beetroot looks really lovely and lush. Everything's just been so grateful for this rain we've had. We've been eating chilies. These are really quite mild and a wonderful addition to meals. I mean, look, there's just, oh, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh, I don't know. It's just one plant. It's just loaded. Oh, and some are starting to go red. That's exciting. The pumpkins in the cucumbers are starting to go orange. That's exciting. And there's another cucumber. I should probably pick it and then have it for lunches. School lunches. Gosh, I'm so excited. The kids go back to school tomorrow. It's the first time since a week before Christmas. So they've had a decent break, and they've had a lovely summer. We've been so blessed with incredible weather. These gherkins aren't stopping. The butternuts seem to be catching up with the spaghetti squash. Look at that one. I think that's a butternut. The real corn's doing really well too. And it looks like I'm getting 2 cobs per stalk as well, which is really good. I like the variety that gives you more than just 1 per stalk. It's always such a disappointment. I'll put the variety type on the screen so you'll know, because I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, but I have to show you this. Our neighbours are growing maize. It's tall. There's just lots of it. And it sort of blocks us in like our own little private kingdom. There's no wind or anything like that coming from the side. So they normally leave it there until it goes all brown, and then they turn it into some kind of silage. Good for the animals. But yeah, I'm just amazed how tall and lush and beautiful it is. It's just loads of it. Well, on our standards anyway. You can tell by the drains that we've had a bit of rain. These are normally mostly empty. Looking at the garden from a different point of view, you can see how gloomy it is, but it's still really hot. They're predicting similar weather tomorrow, but 27 degrees. I hate sticky muggy. Now here's something that escaped my radar. I never noticed that hanging underneath the shelving. That's a pretty cool melon. I'm impressed. It's only 29 degrees in the greenhouse. 28. Not too bad. Considering the minimum maximum little do free's been pushed up over the 50. Gosh! So that was the garden. It's just at a stage where there's just lots of harvesting and processing, and my freezer and my larder are filling up, and we're going to be sorted for the winter, which is fabulous. Although I don't like to think about winter at this time of year. We've still got a little bit of time left in our summer. But I think I do have to think about my winter, because I need to start thinking about the crops I want to grow. So in the next week or so I'll start to get the seedlings in, the seeds together and sown for my winter crops. It's not really a lot of exciting things that you can grow in winter, but definitely the brassicas, all of the brassicas, and turnips. I'm going to try Swedes this year. I've not really tried them before, so we'll give Swedes a go. Hopefully it gets cold enough. Our winters are quite mild. What else will I grow? More carrots, more beetroot, loads of things. Well, enough to keep gardening interesting, but nothing like the abundance you get in the summer garden. I love my summer garden. Thanks for sharing it with me. And come again next week, because, well, I don't know, maybe dig up some potatoes or something, I'm not sure. In the meantime, I best get on with harvesting these tomatoes to beat the birds. It's a pretty impressive crop today. Not a bad haul.